Hi and good afternoon. Today I'll be making a spicy chicken stew. I have my pan with some oil heating up. I have boneless, skinless chicken thighs. I have a little sauce that I made using gochujang, some water, some sesame oil, some soy sauce, a little bit of sugar, some rice wine, and a little bit of honey. I have pre-prepped my ingredients. I have zucchini and some sweet potatoes that I want to use up, carrot and onion. I have my two favorite things from Trader Joe's, my pre-diced garlic and pre-diced ginger. I have a pan with some grease heating up right now, so I'm going to add my chicken. I will season this once it hits the pan. The sauce actually has a ton of ingredients and a lot of flavor, so you won't need to add a whole lot. Excuse my meal prep. That's my prep for the week and my trash that needs to be taken out. Okay, I have some kosher sea salt that I am going to sprinkle generously. I have some garlic powder. It's my holy trinity, I swear by it. And some just table grind black pepper. So as that's searing up, you can hear it. As soon as it hit the pan, you are able to hear the sear, which is exactly what you want. I have a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, about 2 tablespoons, in the pan just to allow for the heat so that it cooks evenly. So the recipe in its entirety is 2 cups of potatoes, 1.5 cups of carrot, 4 cloves of garlic, 1 onion fully chopped to a large dice, 2 tablespoons of ginger, and then for the sauce it has 2 tablespoons of chili flakes. I use cayenne, some sugar, a tablespoon, 4 tablespoons of soy sauce, rice wine vinegar, 2 tablespoons, 1 tablespoon of honey, 2 tablespoons of gochujang, 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, and we're gonna finish with 2 scallions, which I did not pre-cut. So because this is a stew, you do want it to cook down. So you don't want your meat to be completely cooked because otherwise it'll make it, it's a stew, so it won't make it bad. But you also don't want it to over caramelize and become chewy. So I just flipped the chicken over. I am going to season this other side. You can also season your chicken beforehand. I just do it in the pan so it's less dishes to wash, to be honest. And again, my holy trinity of seasoning consists of salt, pepper, and garlic. If you don't have these 3, you're not cooking right. In the pan that's for my meal prep for this week, I have some pesto marinated chicken breasts and Normandy blend vegetables that were seasoned with the Holy Trinity. Pop those in the oven at 375 for about 40 minutes. Some people may say that's cooked too long. I don't want to have to worry about my chicken killing me. So we'll go ahead and season that. Now that the chicken is slightly seared on both sides, I'm gonna actually stack it. That one's it's a little more low. And allow the pan to heat up. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my onions that are already pre-diced and add those to the pan. So I'm gonna add the onions, not the carrots quite yet, but they're not far behind. That's why they're paired together in the same container. Now that I've added my onions, let me turn on the light. Okay. Now that I've added my onions, give it a stir. And again, I prefer the red onions. They have more flavor to me. You can also use white onions or yellow onions, whatever you prefer. And also purple is my favorite color. I know this is my first video, felt the need to tell you that. So just break it up. And you can see that it's already starting to sweat. There's already some liquid coming off of it. So this is the point where you want to add your garlic and your ginger so that it becomes aromatic. Sorry. And so, like I said, I really am so happy with this crushed garlic. It's about $2 at Trader Joe's, but it makes life easy. Everything's already chopped and crushed for me. So all I have to do, and it goes in the freezer, so you just pop the little cubes out like ice cubes. Pop them right on into your pan. And it's the same exact thing with the ginger. I definitely use a ton more garlic than I do the ginger, but again, to each his own. If you like the taste of ginger, I like the taste of ginger. You can always add more, but I really like the taste of garlic. And so now that those are added, just gonna give it another little stir. And you see how they start to just dissolve right away? And again, it's a little bit of, it's literally garlic, water, let's see, what does it say? Garlic, water, canola oil, and sea salt. And it is by far one of my favorite ingredients to add. Okay, so now you can see that some of the colors coming off the purple onion compared to when it first went in. That's exactly what you want. I'm gonna put my chicken on top of the onions and nestle those kind of in there. Because again, this is a stew, so it's gonna sit and cook for a while. Then I'm gonna add my carrots, the whole thing. And then I'm gonna make sure I'm giving my sauce a little bit of a stir. I do my sauce before I put it in here, just so I can taste test it and make sure it's okay. I use a different spoon, as I have nice hot water over there. So I did use a different spoon to taste it. And you're gonna pour your sauce over it. And I'm using one hand, but you wanna make sure to get everything out of the bowl, which are all your ingredients. You want to nestle everything kind of in there. And we'll let that cook. It actually smells really good. The rice wine is coming through pretty strong. You want to let this cook until your carrots are tender. That's what you're looking for, is tender carrots. Your chicken was already partway cooked when we first added the vegetables in. So it should be fully cooked by the time the carrots are finished cooking. That'll take about maybe 15-20 minutes. I am going to cover the pot with a lid. Always make sure you turn your handles inwards, just so that you don't get snagged on accident. And while that's doing its thing, just clean up your area a little bit. Makes life easier. I like doing recipes that I find, or sometimes they're off the top of my head, but most of the time there's something that I found and I want to adapt it to something that I use in my everyday life. And so I will do it from a written recipe to begin with, and that's the written recipe for this. And then make adaptations as needed. I buy in bulk, excuse my freezer, because I hate having to go shopping or not having what I want when I actually want to make something. So I buy in bulk, I break it down, and I go ahead and put it in the freezer. So we are going to let this go. The last step to this entree is to add in your carrots and zucchini once your carrots are soft. So there is no pause the way that I'm doing this video. So I'll come back with a video number 2 when I get ready to add the vegetables.